Hello, good morning. So, the last day of 2021, December 31. Hope this was a good year for you. Whatever be the events happen in the UPSC perspective, like if you are cleared prelims, good thing. If you haven't, you don't have to look at it as a bad thing. The experience gained is a very valuable thing in UPSC because UPSC is always a 1 or 2 or 3 year prospect. Mostly aspirants clear in their later attempt. So everything that you study is going to be useful in the next attempt. And if you are somebody who is into the UPSC first step doing some coaching, then you have made a great decision in your life. So I hope like you really feel that way. This year has been a great thing, a good year for you. And but I don't want you to be satisfied by what you have done in 2021, and we must all strive for a better 2022 where you improve your productivity, your learning. You try to look at learning as a more enterprising event, and and to come out with flying colors in the coming prelims and mains following up. Right, so we have to have put in some conscious effort. Prelims is just 5 months away. That, as usual, policy will not work. You have to just introspect. So do something, introspect your performance. When you talk about resolutions and everything, everybody does that. Resolution പലപ്പോഴും waste ആയി പോകുന്നതാണ് നമ്മൾ കാണാറ്. But still, it gives us a purpose. Like it enables us to think about what happened, and maybe a spark of reflection will help us to do better in the coming years. We are all serious people. We are not hanging around here just for fun. So that introspection is pretty much required, and that's going to help you to be a better aspirant in the coming years and the coming months. Especially considering prelims is just a few months away. So please do that, right? So we'll start with ASPA again. Just refresh your mind about ASPA. Then China issues names for 15 places in Arunachal, and this Arunachal is something it's a disputed territory between India and China. China considers this to be the southern Tibet. So in the eastern sector, it is one of the most contested area, the McMahon line, everything comes here. So I want you to understand the China-India border conflict or dispute and the geography of it, its geography. Right. So here what you have to see is that which are the regions where the conflict is happening. Which are the regions in which the conflict is happening, and especially with focus on Arunachal and some of the policies adopted by China with respect to say earlier they used to issue staple visa, stating these regions are not from Indian Union, and they used to issue separate visas for India. So those kind of issues are there. So understand the border dispute between India and China. Then Indian pangolin. Understand what Indian pangolin is. Its IUCN status need to be understood. The regions, all these are important for prelims. Radio tags, technology being used to for conservation. Ganga Sagar Mela, what is that? Again, prelims perspective. Read on that. Then going ahead, we have the FCRA editorial on the FCRA situation here. Link the license, read it. FCRA NGOs. The rationale of government is here. It's just a brief picture of what is happening, and often just take the example of China and Russia, where they use these kind of policies to crack down on dissent and criticism. Read on that. In FHS report card, the good, the sober, and the future. This is a good one. Covers some of the angles like population, health, delivery, women issues. So it's a good read. You get a lot of facts, a lot of contextual information, all that good. So You can update your notes through this. And FHS is really important. We have done several commentary on NFHS. Again, one good article is there. So pick up whatever new that comes to you. If you have it already, make sure you have that in your note. Then poll bonds, electoral bonds, understand what it is. It's been a contextual issue, like some say it's a reform, some say it's a deliberate malpractice. Anyhow, new scheme to support the marginalized beggars and transgender persons. Yeah, this is like Smile initiative. Read that. Can use that in GS3, GS2 social justice. So whenever you are reading that, mark it in your note. China minister to visit Maldives and Sri Lanka. Now, China in South Asia and IOR, Indonesian region, is a topic we need to study. So, South Asia and IOR has been traditionally considered as India's sphere of influence, if you want to call that, or India's backyard, if you may. And China is aggressively pushing itself into these regions. Its dealings with the Rajapaksa regime in Sri Lanka was infamous. Similarly, with Maldives before, during the Yamin period, was again infamous. So Pakistan is here. So understand the Chinese intrusion into South Asia and strategic issues with respect to India. Read on that. Iran announces new space launch amid nuclear war talks. So the nuclear issue in Iran, just understand that, not in detail, just understand what is going on there, that's all. India-Australia interim FTA talks to close soon. Again, FTA. Now read on a couple of things on FTA. What is an FTA? What are its features, etc. So there is a progressive preferential trade agreement is there. Then FTA is there. Then you have customs union. Then you have monetary union. So understand the dimensions or the levels of economic cooperation that is there between countries. So this can be studied and the order of it and how the cooperation increases from one level to the other. Read on that. Then you have the direct selling industry. Not very significant article, I might tell you that. Just understand this is like the Amway, Modicare, all those institutions, companies are there who banks are not on traditional kind of advertisement, but pyramidal schemes to sell their products off. So yeah, they have been often accused of several malpractices and everything like that. So just read on that. I mean, we are not expecting a question on this one. Just be mindful of the fact and just understand that foreign funds are the missionaries of charity. Read on that. You have done enough on this now. FCRA, we have done enough. We cannot receive donations. But again, in fact, maybe the gist would be enough. Here, the gist is enough. You don't have to read more than that. Just read the gist. And algorithms that fuel OTTs are again not very mains perspective. അത്ര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യമല്ല. സയൻസ് ആൻഡ് ടെക്നോളജിയിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇത്രയും ഡീറ്റെയിലേക്കൊന്നും അവർ ചോദിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല. ബട്ട് it talks about how the algorithms keeps the viewers stuck to the platforms, the OTT platforms. So it's good to read that, have an understanding. So read for understanding, not especially to reproduce in an exam hall. That is not required. Just read that, get your understanding up. Right. അത്ര കാര്യങ്ങളാണെന്നുള്ള yeah. So the last commentary this year, it's been a great privilege to do this with you all guys. Have fun, and New Year is have fun, a little bit of fun in the evening and everything. But the restrictions are there, so be respectful to the COVID situation. We'll meet next year. Have a good day.